Lost Generation, coming back for another one. And most of you probably aren't going to like the message. But that's what we're here for, isn't it? So what are we going to go over? Well, I thought we'd go over one little thing. When and why did everyone start thinking they're so damn special? You are entitled to nothing but what you make of the world around you. Was it because your parents told you you're mommy's special little boy, daddy's special little boy, mommy's special little girl, daddy's special little girl? It couldn't be that, could it? Could it be the social media? Where did this come from? Why does everyone think they're so exceptional, so special, so entitled? It makes me sick. People think they're entitled to it all. They're going to show up late, take a long lunch, and leave early, and they think they're still worth big bucks. They have no skills, but they think they're worth 60 grand a year or more. It's outrageous. I can't believe it. I see it all the time. It's just idiotic. What happened? What happened? You know, you should have grown up realizing that you're a unique individual, a unique personality, but it doesn't make you more entitled than anyone else. Everyone gets a shot at this. Everyone gets dealt a hand, and they got to play the hand they're dealt. And some do it better than others. And the people that do it better than others, it's not that they're more special, it's that they're manifesting the world around them a little bit better. And that's all it comes down to. This whole thing we call life is about what you can manifest around you. And there's so much that goes into it, and none of it is entitled or bestowed to you. It's something you have to do for yourself. You have to figure out psychology, reading people, having skills, having talents, creating, building. So many things that go into it. Cause and effect. How many times do we talk about cause and effect? So many people doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over. Their whole lives doing the same things over and over. And they can't figure out why things aren't changing for them. They can't figure out that their position right now, the way everything is around them, the shit they're mired in, it's all that way for a reason or a string of reasons. And no one ever wants to look at the reasons because sometimes the blame lies at their feet. But despite all this, people think they're special. People think they're entitled. And it's just mind-boggling. When are we going to look at it and figure out that we have to manifest the reality we want? And we're ultimately the ones accountable and to blame, whether we do good or bad. I know it's an unpopular message because you have to take responsibility, accountability for it, and it's not fun because it's a lot of hard work. Life is hard work. No one likes to recognize that. You're not just going to be able to sit around and do nothing your whole life. And you're not going to be able to ride a couch and collect a check your whole life and have everything set up the way you want it. It's not going to work like that. You could milk the system. You could dodge work, dodge responsibilities. But you're going to create the reality you're in, and it's going to suck. And you're going to be older, and you're going to think, you know, I don't know how this happened. I'm just unlucky. No, it's not that you're unlucky. It's that you were doing it wrong the whole time. You never held yourself accountable. You never kept an eye out for those responsibilities. And for some reason, this seems to start real young, and you get these kids that are entitled, probably because they're told they're special, they're spoiled, and you know that just starts you off on a bad road. It sets the precedent. You're special, you're spoiled, and you think the world owes you something. The world doesn't owe you anything. You know, just consider yourself lucky you're still here. So many people have it worse than you. So many people. it's crazy. You think you had it bad with no shoes till you met someone with no feet. I believe Joe Budden used that in a song one time. It's a great little saying. And people really need to reconsider some of these things. I'm really trying to target people that are still young enough to change this. Because if you don't figure this out by the time you're in your 30s, you're in trouble. And I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I've seen it too much. I've seen people get into their 30s, they haven't figured this out. They're drinking every night, they're throwing it all away, they're getting into the drugs, they're gambling, whatever the case may be. But you live your life thinking you're entitled to something and you don't end up getting it because that's not how the world works. You're going to have a void to fill just like everyone else that has a void. And those voids rarely get filled with positive things. You know how many times we're going to be touching on this, how many times we already talked about this topic, but the world doesn't owe you anything. Think about it. Lost.